Our gym sets twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays. So that means there are new sets today. So today what we're gonna do is climb a bunch of the new sets. We're gonna start with the easy ones and then work our way up to some more difficult ones, and we're gonna rank them. I think you rank boulders based off of a 5-star grading system. So 5-star boulder, bomb, amazing boulder. 1-star, maybe not so great. And then maybe we'll use some decimal points and an emoji. So 5-star, 2 thumbs up emoji would be the best boulder of all time. All right, first boulder. I give that a 5-star. No, I give it a 3.7 star. Here's why. It's an easier grade, not very difficult, but it had some really interesting holds. Those pockets, you don't see those very often on those beginner grades, but it was great, climbed well, super easy sequencing, but interesting moves. This one's a similar grade, and these holds are amazing. They're like Shrek's ears, or if you've watched The Last of Us, it kind of looks like the heads of those zombie alien things. So let's hop on it. It uses these volumes, which I absolutely love. This one, like I had mentioned, is beginner grade, but I think it's so cool when they're able to utilize these volumes and just the movement of the wall. These angle changes as well. I give that one a 3.5 out of 5 as well. Similar grade. Again, it uses really interesting holds. Normally, those are just jugs that are turned the right way up, but those are all in the underclings. Kind of teaches climbers that movement of underclinging, but also uses the volume, forces the climber, the beginner climber, to use that. This one's awesome. Slabby Cascade / Traverse. A lot of times when I warm up, I don't do anything super special. I just start on easy climbs, nice ladders, and just kind of work my way up. A lot of times I'll throw in foam rolling and some stretching, but nothing fancy. Hey, Josh here in post edit. Just thought I'd say, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe. Thanks, helps channel out a ton. Figure the best way to warm up is by just doing the thing, going through the movements. That might seem like a no-duh statement, but that's what I do. Like I mentioned, I do throw in a few other things, and you kind of have to listen to your body a lot when you're warming up. If you are really sore, really tight, that's your body telling you something. If you are feeling young, spry, and poppy, that's also your body telling you something, telling you that it's probably time to send something. Oh, for the red boulder, I give that a 4 out of 5, and here's why. It teaches the climber how to suck into the wall. That's one of those intermediate grades / beginner grades. You can't really just grab onto any jugs or anything. You do have to manipulate the wall. You have to manipulate some presses and like little pinches and stay close to the wall. That's what slab is. So 4 out of 5, teaches you something, really interesting movements. I'll have to come up with a category for one-trick ponies like that. That movement of just kind of running, popping up, and then grabbing a jug, really cool to do. But then the rest of the boulder was pretty easy, just big jugs. I do really enjoy that poppy step up, almost a step up dyno. It was dynamic in a way. I think I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 stars. It does teach the climber something, teaches you how to be a little bit dynamic, something you can practice on. But I wish there was more. I wish I did that movement a few more times because it was really, really cool. So 3 out of 5. think that was the highest quality boulder yet. The movement was cool. The crimps were all positive. Physically, it wasn't crazy, but you did have to work around some interesting specific beta. So 4.1, big smiley emoji. Let's hop on this yellow, slopey, pinchy, and it has a really funky start. The start tag is over here. So that means you gotta do something like that. Kind of gimmicky. Ooh, is this dynamic? Josh and Post Edit here. I know that it looks like I'm flashing all these, but I wanted to be transparent and let you know that I was able to see the beta for all these and even get to forerun some of these before they were put up for the public. This is the first time that I'm climbing on them recreationally though. Just thought I'd be transparent. Gimmicky, similar to that green one, just with the start. But the rest of it, there were a couple poppy, kind of dynamic moves, popping into those volumes, into that compression. What it teaches you the whole way up is compression, I think, and body tension. Pinchy, slopey, sweet. Let me think. I give it I think another 4-star. That one was more towards the intermediate grade. So I feel young and spry today. Mentioned that we set twice a week here at this local gym. We're at Rendezvous Climbing Gym in Leawood, Kansas. And I know that we set that amount of times because I asked the route setters about that. And there's a little map at the back of the gym that shows the setting schedule. Shows the setting schedule, what's gonna be reset next, and it shows when that next reset is and what part of the gym it is. I think that's awesome because the worst thing that can happen is your project gets reset without you knowing it. That sucks. Since we're in that intermediate grade, we're gonna keep sending some of those. This one's also pretty slopey. These bulbs, I know they look pretty positive. If you grab them wrong, they're not that great, but if you grab them right, they're awesome. The thing about slopers is it really wants you to be directly underneath it. So sometimes you gotta manipulate your body to do that. The top was really insecure and kind of terrifying. The second to last hold is this huge nose, and it's really positive, really in cut. But the last hold is still in cut, but it's a side pull. So you have to really turn your hips into the wall to get some leverage off of that. But since those volumes are there, it gave me a lot of leverage that I was able to pull off of. I gave that one a 2.8 out of 5. I say that because it did teach you some things, but it was really scary for me at the top. Maybe 2.8 is kind of low, but that's what we were gonna give it. Slopey. We've reached the more advanced grade level in this gym. This yellow one is really slabby. It starts off on these 2 crimps on this volume and then has a foot here. Works its way up. These holds, that one's upside down. Already it's right side up. But the part that you can crimp on is upside down. So probably a press into it is my guess. They're not in cut, they are slopey. But enough of me talking. Let's hop on and see how many tries it takes. if you look at the grade chart in the back, that would consider it advanced. So it's great. Maybe I'm an advanced climber. Either way, I was on the wall for a long time. This panel here is slabby, but then this is slightly overhung slash vert. Let's see here. Yeah, it's overhung. Here, let's take a little looky. So it's hard to notice those angle changes on a flat plane, but this part here, I was able to just stand up because this is jetting out of the wall quite a bit, but then the seam changes angles. So over here was really tough because it is overhung and the last hold, not positive. And these ones, it's really hard to tell on camera. They're good, but they're definitely not jugs. I need to catch my breath, goodness gracious. But that is a slabby boulder, and I give it, oh boy, I give it a 3.2 out of 5 stars. The first move was almost a pistol squat for me. I need to go do some more leg day so that those are a little bit more fluid. But then the rest of it was just kind of burly and strong. So nothing wrong with that. It was cool and different. It looks different than a lot of the other boulders of that grade level here. So that's cool to have variety. So I'm noticing this boulder in the cave. It's kind of up on this corner, kind of comes up, follows the seam, finishes on that little boomerang, claw tooth, lots of presses. That's what I'm seeing. So that is one of the more advanced climbs. When you are climbing, you probably aren't gonna hit the hardest boulders every single time, even though you may want to. That's the temptation that I fall into, is just wanting to climb hard stuff. But since there's a bunch of new sets, my philosophy is just try a little bit of everything. This one's also considered one of those advanced grades, one of those very difficult ones. And I might send it, I might not. I probably am only gonna take 1 or 2 tries at it before I decide that enough is enough. It's been a long climbing session so far, and my body is tired. I'm listening to my body and it's telling me to cool my jets a little bit. And when your body's telling you that, sometimes it's good to push, but sometimes it's good to call it a day. And I think I'm gonna call it a day after this. Sometimes you just climb hard stuff and your body just does it. Hard stuff relative to what you climb, of course. I give that one a 4.01 out of 5. The reason I say that is because it is very different than a lot of other climbs. Most climbs you pull down. This one did have that, but it also had a lot of presses, which is very different. I really like the variety of boulders. That's what keeps you from getting bored at a climbing gym, is the variety. Thanks for watching Suckatslab. It was really fun to make these videos for you. I really like sharing my climbing experience at different gyms. If you would, drop a like, subscribe. It helps the channel out a ton. We do shorts regularly. So tune into those as well. Peace. Stay chalky. Oh, and try out Rendezvous Climbing Gym. It's a good gym.